a shot red has over to 7 or 1 back. Oh, he's got enough of that, I think. Make it a reasonably long clearance for Greg.
It's just off the line.
Duncan flicking his wrist like he put a bit too much power into that one. And Edmund and Helen are just starting their third now. This will be a nice one to hit for Greg. Got it, and the wick off over to the short boundary to 7. Now, does red run is the question.
Ellie's just changing some clothes, so she's coming out now.
Yes. And on lawn 3, just a quick update. George and Dallas are 3-1 up, but Aussie have nice control of hoop 5, so that one could be getting close again pretty shortly. Ellie is shooting at red. So that indicates that red does run pretty easily. And missed it. Right. Can we switch back to this lawn here? Sweet. Okay, so we'll leave that one and we'll focus on the battle of the... Oh, it's our number 1 seed and Aussie's number 3 mixed doubles. And Rob has just taken on a 5-yard hoop 1 and missed everything.
He hit the line.
He wasn't doing a lot of that against me yesterday.
And that's our Mr. Jeff Young down the end there, lining that in for him.
Helen's just going to take it back to a nice neutral position. Yellow will clear that, I imagine. No.
Alison Sharp to play on the yellow, going deep.
Now Edmund's got a little bit of a promote here. I don't think that don't know if the Aussies saw that one. I'm not sure. Looks like red's still open on black, but I wouldn't be 100% sure of that. Even if it is, it's quite a distance. Rob shooting black. Close, but just misses on the right. This would be a big confidence boost for Helen if she could run this black. Rejects. I'm not sure if that's still open. Looks open to yellow.
Helen from New Zealand and Alison Sharp from Australia, they played a singles yesterday afternoon, and Helen took the first game and Alison took the 2 second games out.
A bit of a discussion, but I think it's going to be hoop. I'm not sure what Edmund's got really there with blue.
She looks like she's taking out the black, is she?
Oh, I don't think so. No, that was a hoop shot. If you take
Attempt.
out black, you just leave that hoop for Edmund. And now Edmund will be playing in for some sort of a block. No? He's got the hoop. It's quite angled, but he'll have a thrash at it. This will be interesting whether Rob just takes this on or not.
Looks like there's a hoop attempt up on lawn 4. Oh, did he get that? He's
Yep.
going for his pocket. He got it.
Greg just ran one back from the boundary.
Yep. Number 7 hoop. So Alison's and Ali rather now is playing down black.
I think Rob's taking the hoop
blue.
on. He ran a bunch of boundary hoops yesterday. He's been pretty decent at them, really.
See what if he can do what his brother just did. No.
That's not close. So Helen gets another go.
Nice and smooth, Mrs. Reeves.
Nice.
That's the one.
So 1-0 to the Kiwis. Yellow will be sent to the penalty spot on the east boundary.
Looks like the rain's picking up, the wind's picking up too.
Yeah, I'm glad we finished our match off nice and early.
I'm glad too, Felix, after a 11:30 first game yesterday, and we're off the lawns at 10:30 after 2 games.
Yeah.
I think we
had a
that little team talk and raising the bar on getting off the lawns
Yeah.
seems to have worked for us.
Now
quite nicely.
that looks just past, but
Yeah, it's gone past.
looks kind of jawsable. Edmund will be playing short boundary side, I believe.
I know the last 2 days I
No.
felt like I've been out in the lawns, like from the moment I got here until the moment I left with the floodlights on at the end of the day. So it's really nice right now to be sitting up here, my backside on the top of a chair, so I'm not standing up anymore.
So Edmund just opted to go deep there.
Having a break.
And it looks like it's paid off because...
Yeah, that's,
That's
that's
probably
3
good
metres
enough.
back.
With red though. Yeah. Now I believe Helen will just be playing slightly east of perfect hoop running position.
Helen says that Edmund likes to give her a range of options. It's a de-augustation, so she's like, you can do that one.
So he's going for a spot that's wide from yellow through red. And even if she misses it, it's not too important. It's not a nice easy stun shot for yellow. Edmund giving me the eyes up here in the commentary box.
Whoop, that's going well past.
That's fine though.
These lawns are running pretty, they're sand-based, running quick. They were mowed not last night, the night before, so we don't have too many of the ants building up their little hills again. There's quite a lot of ants cruising around the lawns.
Alison just going for a nice tight block. Looks short.
So yeah, as long as this wind doesn't pick up too much, because things start rolling around all over the show.
So Edmund is taking it on.
He's taking out yellow.
Not sure, that might have been a hoop shot, but he's wicked off
Maybe
over towards 3 at the very least.
Might have been a bit of a double for him there. So Ali over on lawn 4 is going for yellow. He's got a great position at number 9 hoop.
Good hoop from Rob there. So 1-1. Now these are the important shots. These first balls in to position. Edmund gives her the spot. Alan's been really impressive this Trans-Tasman, getting the winning point for us in the first test. And that's looking just... Oh, that's perfect. Great shot, Helen.
Beautiful.
That's really... That'll force Rob to shoot at that.
Duncan's going to probably just go a little bit deep on this hoop 9 over on the other lawn.
Looks a bit short from Alison. No, I'm wrong again. That shows how well I know the pace.
Can we pull over to the right a little bit? Pan to the right, Mr. Cameraman, please.
No, we'll stay on this one.
Just so we can see both hoops at the same time.
No, we'll stay on this. We'll be fine. And Rob shooting after Edmund missed the block. A tentative go at the block. Yellow's quite close behind black, but I think it still runs. And a miss.
That's not some dodgy guy on the park bench back there. That was our manager.
Alright, how hampered is this hoop stroke for Helen?
Looks all right. Yeah, looks fine. Yep, take your time.
I would just play this for the... Oh,
No, it's yellow though, so... Oh no, that's Alison. Yeah, she's a pretty good jumper, Alison Sharp, so I'd want to
oh
be
no,
getting that
she's
through.
got a clean backswing, should be fine.
Just nice and easy does it.
Oh.
No, not good easy does it. She's feeling uncomfortable, obviously.
Yes, so this should be 2-1 to Australia. Mind you, nothing's guaranteed. It's a nice clean hoop, and it's not in hoop running position. Oh yes,
Number 3
it's pulled
secured
up,
for
so
the Australians.
it's kind of... Oh, well, when the camera pans to it, you'll be able to see where yellow is.
Edmund bringing his ball down for hoop 4. It's pulling up. It's going to be a little long.
Quite a
way back.
slow sandy patch in the middle there, kind of between 4 and 5, just north of 4 and 5. Rob will just be playing into good position here. It's racing, it's past.
It's gone past. It's on the side.
I think that New Zealand will be letting yellow have a go at this hoop.
Well, that's going to go well past too. Unless you hit a hoop. Right.
So 2 missed positions there. Alison will be taking this on. It's a relatively free go.
Helen in the back in case she jams.
I don't really see any other option than taking the hoop on, but it looks like Rob talking her into it.
Yeah, Alison is a very consistent hoop maker most of the time, so...
Middle of the near wire. So now Edmund has a free go from kind of 4 yards.
He's going for red.
No, he is not. It's not a bad place to reject.
He looked like he was going for red.
So red's going to play wide from black, and then yellow will be clearing blue. Meanwhile, Greg Fletcher can't repeat his hoop 7 heroics and fails hoop 9 from the boundary. Looks like
Clip's going back on. Ali to play, is it? Yep, she's going for the hoop.
so. Just playing in here and hoping Alison misses. There's not a hell of a lot else to do. It's a nice position.
Ali's in the jaws, nice soft one there.
And it looks like a bit of fog might be rolling in soon to the venue.
Yeah, it's not flash, is it? I thought Australia was going to be really hot. Not like this. Hence the buying of the hotties.
It's a miss.
It is a
Now,
miss.
I'm not really sure. Edmund's bound to collect something with this. What's he going to collect?
Yeah. Hopefully not black.
Shot, Edmund.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, there was lots that could go wrong there. There was rush peeling red into black. Both very, well, not unlikely, we'll say. But he's got a nice cut, and red is finished kind of in front of hoop 5. So I'd be expecting Rob to hit this probably, but it's shooting to get it back to neutral, so New Zealand won't be displeased. You see a nice replay of Edmund's cut through the gap.
Nice one. Oh, we took it out.
Hits that well
Good
on the correct
shot.
side. As you can see there, black got a bunch of sand on it, slowed down really quickly. Now, what is Helen going to do here?
I'd say she's just coming in. She won't be taking on that hoop.
Yes, yellow is reasonably far away, so it's not guaranteed to get position, but...
Always nice if you hit your opponent's ball and you just hit the line and don't cruise up the lawn too much.
Yes.
It's going to go past again.
No, it's
No,
perfect.
pulling up.
Yeah, just... Now, Alison's in corner 2. Not really where you want to be positioning to hoop 4 from.
And Ali and Duncan look like they've just secured hoop 9. Ali's having a look at it. It's
Rob points to a spot 2 feet in front, and Alison decides to go the other side of the peg and play 5 yards straight. Don't really blame her. There wasn't much of a line there.
yeah.
This allows blue just to try to get the block on red. And
Tried to-
it's close. It's close. Ooh.
A little bit past maybe.
Yeah.
Aiming it, lining it up. Let's see what happens.
Shake of the head from Edmund means he hasn't got it.
Oh,
Rob will just be mid-pacing black. Gets it nicely. Ooh. Bounces
what's
off.
happened up here? We've got George is just looking at lawn 3 with George and Dallas and Judy and Peter. They've just made hoop 8.
Black gonna play in and try to block yellow's hoop shot. Be a big hoop if yellow could run it, because red is reasonably handy to 5. It's not got the block, but it's got good position. Now again, I think Rob will be talking her into taking this on. No. Yes. Yes, it's a hoop attempt.
Nice hit. No.
No, not close again.
Looking cold out there.
So a chance for Edmund to equalise at 2-2. And that's what we want from New Zealand. Edmund will be taking the clearance across to 5 if he can make this. Good hoop.
Oh, nice hoop.
Finishes just a yard off the boundary. So an easy positional shot here for Robert. Mind you, this hoop is one of the more difficult ones to position at on the lawn. Heading across from 4 to 5, it's quite quick.
Fleur's going for another jump on hoop 9. No.
Now, Edmund will just tell Helen to play in, back himself to smash red.
Anyway, I was out here on a chair. He's taking posy. I'm not going to blow the block though, Helen, are you?
Oh.
Very nice block. Edmund looking happy.
No, Edmund looking unhappy.
Looking slightly bemused, perhaps, doing the mallet drag. Oh, you know, that's what this is. This is the Egyptian 5th. So come on, give us an Egyptian.
Oh, I don't even think
That's
he's got
what
that.
she's doing. She tried to put the block in.
Edmund will just be hoping to
He's
get
trying-
lucky and leave black there. Nope.
No.
Reasonably unfortunate series of shots there.
Look, the sun's come out. We have shadows on the lawns. We're definitely having 4 seasons. We had hail the other night momentarily.
Nice pace.
Hoop 5 to
Oh,
Australia.
it's gone
and
straight
on
into
the
the peg.
Yep, we have a peg.
Oh, I'm just going to have a look.
It's just a little bit off to the
I
right.
don't
It's
think
probably
he's
open.
blocked from hoop 6 or anything. What's Edmund chatting to him about? There is quite a large, wide area here for Helen, though. It's not great hoop running position, unfortunately, but that red looked like it was at a pace. It was just going to finish in nice position to hoop 6, so reasonably lucky there for NZ. Helen taking position. It's good position, really good position. It's open on red, but I think it's blocking red from the hoop. Edmund having a wee look. Gives us a thumbs up. It's what we like to see. Bit of a discussion now between Robert and Alison, but it'll just be yellow playing position. That's looking close to the block. No, it's held off. Edmund plays in. Also looking for a block on red at black. He's watching it. He's watching it. Ooh. Can't tell from my angle what he's got. The longer he looks at it, kind of you think the less of it he's got, but I think he's probably got the right hand side at least of black.
Oh, hoop 10 on lawn 4 update. Fleur just shot at black and missed, and that
NZ
means
in control. Duncan's got a
Duncan,
2-yard hoop 10.
Duncan's coming up to have a chat to Ali.
This looks like a jump from Rob.
Oh, wow. And it went through.
that went straight
It's
into
a beautiful jump.
Straight into the right hand wire, but
yeah, it had a little bit of a wobble and a think, and then it went through. It's very nice for them.
So 4-2. Not much you can do about that, really. You see there the effect of hoops being a little bit looser in the ground. Day one, that would have bounced straight off, I believe. Nice position there from Helen. Alison will be playing reasonably deep, so that when red clears black. Oh,
Alison's
what do I
shooting.
know?
Yeah.
No, she's not shooting. She's playing in.
Just playing
tight.
A little bit short.
Looks runnable.
Still open on the red though.
Yes, hasn't got that block.
Edmund's going to try and put the block in.
I'm going to stop trying to predict what they're going to do. Again, that looks close.
That looks pretty good.
Come on.
He's going to be feeling all fired up from his jump.
Yeah. All right. I'm popping out of the commentary box to go cheer on the Kiwis.
Yeah, I'm going to exit in a minute too. I need to go and eat. Oh, it was open.
Thank you.
It was open.
Thanks, Felix. It's Terry back again, here with Sonia.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
That's good.
Having a little break for a change. I've had the last 2 days back to back, croquet, just getting in the zone.
And you're enjoying playing over here?
I am really enjoying it. It's actually my first time to Melbourne ever.
Oh, great.
So I won't be seeing too much of, anything except I've been enjoying your birds here. This little wagtail that comes during our first game, I think it was. He was cruising in around the peg, having a little dance. And you got some quite big crows, and there was some big pelican looking.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they
one the other night. The lone pelican. Yes. He was beautiful.
Yeah, well, don't get underneath them. I'll give you that tip.
Don't get underneath with your mouth open in awe.
Right. Looking up.
Yeah, and so some parrots here too.
Absolutely.
Parrots. And what were the white ones I see around cruising
the
around in bunches?
Yeah, the cockatoos. Yeah. And
are they a parrot as well?
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And how do you find this big complex here? Impressed by the
I've seen it on
complex?
YouTube before. I've watched games here before, but loving it. I don't come from lawns with sandy base. My club here at Tonga's very clay-based soil, so a lot slower and different.
Yeah, and a different type of grass, of course.
Oh, a different type of grass as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, Australian grass. Your own species.
Yeah, that's
right.
it.
Yeah. So that took a little bit of getting used to, but I've been an association player predominantly through my on and off history, 36 years of croquet. Yes. So touch play is something I do enjoy. And so when I played lawn 9, which is a lot faster than these greener lawns, I just was like, it's actually okay. I like that. And get really into just your touch play. So no, I am enjoying this complex. It's a beautiful thing you have here, and I'm really into these multi-complexes with many different sports around one venue. So this is a real treasure. Just have it only for croquet.
Absolutely. And you say you've been playing mostly association. Did you come recently to golf croquet? How long have you been involved heavily in golf croquet?
So I came back from living in Switzerland about 12 years ago, and that was when I first sort of encountered golf croquet. Before it was only really association. And so I had a little go at it for 2 seasons, not much though, certainly not at this level. And then I backed off for a couple of years to have a little child.
Yes.
Oops, Helen missed that one, unfortunately,
that's
12-yarder from the line.
On the line,
Yeah, and so she's 5 now, and so I got back into it last July,
Oh,
really.
good,
So I'm a
good.
bit like, really, in some ways, quite a newbie to
Yeah,
GC.
absolutely.
But I'm also somebody that has played a lot of croquet, and I've played a Tasman up at Queensland in 97 or so.
97, yeah.
That was association.
Yeah,
Dallas Cook was there then.
yeah.
And her mother and my mother.
Yeah.
So, yeah. My children play too. I've got a 15-year-old and a 13-year-old, so they're fourth generation
Get 'em
croquet
started.
players. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
They're just taking their time with it all.
Well, your history is quite similar to Alison out here, the Australian player.
We've
playing
had a
out here.
lovely
Yeah,
chat about
yeah.
Granny and the bees at Hoop
Yes,
4. Alison used to play at Granny's place.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
She's
and the
started
bees
as an
at Hoop
AC
4 used to
player.
freak her out. And it was a lovely pregnancy story too when she saw a club in Sydney, I think it was.
Yep, that's right.
And she made her husband stop and go in, and the lady let her have a turn.
Yes.
But the lady said, "You're not going to be playing for a while, are you, darling?" She was 7.5 months pregnant with twin boys.
Yeah.
But pretty much like me, 4.5 years later, she was desperate to get back on those lawns. And so I've had lovely talks with Alison and gotten to know her quite well. And that's a beautiful side of croquet, that we all get to know each other really well. And I really enjoyed the conversation with Alison the other night at our opening ceremony. Yeah. So, she had a granny, and I had a granny with a croquet lawn too.
She's just about to run this hoop.
Yes.
So, slight angle, and about 4 feet out. That's a nice shot.
Lovely hoop, Alison.
Very nice shot.
Good. Granny will be pleased with you.
Yes.
She'll be watching down, as will my grandmother. Because my father's Tony Stevens.
Yes.
And Colleen Stevens, my mother.
Right.
And my sister Erica Stevens has played too. So it's like the young family and the Cook family and all their daughters too. Yeah. That's become a bit of a family sport. I
like
pretty much grew
like
up on the lawns.
Like the Fletchers.
Right. They've had a bit of that too. Their parents brought
Robert
it into
and his whole family playing, of course, with
right.
Robert
Marvellous.
and Greg both out here representing Australia.
Lots of croquet conversation.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful position
It is a
there.
great shot. He's been playing well, Robert, over the last couple
They're
of
up
days.
5-2 now.
Yes.
At the 8th hoop, Helen to play.
So Helen will be looking to draw close and allow Edmund to clear Robert's red.
It looks like it's going to go past the hoop though.
So now Edmund will have the choice whether to clear or whether to actually have a shot at it from probably 8 metres.
And you're local round here? What's your history? I don't really know anything. What was your name again?
Terry.
Terry, God.
Yes,
It's like goldfish in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, so I'm a local from here in Victoria. So, so I've,
but this club's not really one that people play at, I hear.
there is a small club here called Brimbank that use these facilities, and I'm over at Essendon, which isn't that far away from here. It's really in Melbourne itself.
Essendon, closer to the big smoke.
Yeah, in the big smoke, yes.
Nice
We've got
Alison
a number
Cox,
of players who are members there. Wendy, who you're playing against, is also a member at Essendon, as well as at Yarrawonga.
Right, yeah, she's moved out into the sticks, hey?
Yeah.
To watch the wildlife
Yes.
and play some golf, I hear too.
So Gail, my wife Gail, and I are the reserve, two of the reserves here, as well as with
Oh,
Chris.
yes, right.
And,
How long have you been playing for?
about 5 years now.
Oh, okay, right.
I guess compared to most, I'm relatively new to the game. But
So you've not played AC at all, the
yeah,
association?
I play AC as well.
do?
Yes, I've been in the Victorian team, which is the state here, playing for the Air Cup.
Oh, right, nice one.
And as well as skippering the Victorian golf croquet team.
Oh, well, they've pulled you in fast. And had you
Got me
played
in
other
deep,
sports
got me in
before
deep.
this? Or?
Yeah, Australian rules football mostly.
Oh, Australian rules football. Is that where they wear those little shorts and go?
Yeah, the little tight shorts.
Punt the ball
Tight
thing.
shorts. They're getting a little bigger these days, but yeah, they were
A little bigger, the shorts.
The shorts, yeah.
Or the
when
fellas.
I played, they were very tight shorts.
Because all those Samoans and Kiwis coming over.
Yeah, that's right. They're big guys.
Yeah, they are. I watched some rugby.
A lot of them play
recently.
rugby. They're not Australian rules or rugby union or rugby league. Australian rules was a national game that we invented here.
Yes.
And really not played anywhere else other than
And it's
Australia.
pretty popular in the state of Victoria, I
Yeah,
hear,
it
is
is
it?
very popular.
It's kind of the
It's
headquarters of
#1.
it.
It's
Yeah,
number one
*1.
here.
Right.
Yeah, we get the sort of 100,000 crowds turning up
Jeepers
to our
creepers.
games.
Right. Well, I lived in Australia very briefly. I did a student exchange here. I was in Swansea, just south of Newcastle. I went to watch rugby league.
Yes.
I've never seen the Australian. I don't think I've watched an entire game. Sun's back out again.
Yeah, so Allison clears to the border, so that means that New Zealand now have both their balls on the border, just to the side, and Roberts sort of midfield, so the hoop's
Red's
quite
up near
open.
6.
Yeah, it's quite open at the moment.
So he's
Felix
going to
will
be
place-
relying on Red
Yeah,
shooting at him
Yes.
from up just to the right of hoop 6.
yeah, Red will have to shoot because
Do you think she's open? Won't have a big peg between her? Edmund might have been trying to go for a bit of a block there.
no, I think he's open.
And then,
And Roberts, one of the well, like Edmund, Roberts a good chance to hit.
yes, well, that's quite a big change from your Australian rules to croquet,
It's a croquet,
rules.
yeah, which Australian rules is a full contact sport, and croquet,
Yes.
of course, is only every now and again does
You
it
shake
get contact.
hands.
Yeah.
Maybe a little hug on the side.
But it has the same level of competitiveness about it, and that's the thing I like. It's
Yeah.
pure competition, so that when you
Yes, yeah.
get past the sports where you need
You know
to be
how to
young
get in the
play,
zone
yeah,
and
it's,
raise the stakes a bit.
exactly right.
Probably
It's,
does you well that you've done impact sport like that. We get a lot of golfers in New Zealand playing golf
Yeah.
croquet who are
Yeah.
older.
Yeah,
So
That's a
not so
nice
much rugby
clearance.
players. Or we did have Josh Cromwell come and do
Right.
the
okay.
something wild down in the wild or the wild side. He came and had a go at it.
Now, Alison's got about an 8-yard clearance here on blue. So she really needs to hit this one. And that's a
And
nice
she
shot right in
has
the
very
middle. So
nice
she's
to the
taken it to
line,
the
both
border.
balls.
So Edmund will have a 7-yarder back at Robert.
That shouldn't be too much of a problem for Mr. Edmund.
And Helen, if he clears, Helen could have a potential shot at the hoop here. So Robert will have to shoot at Helen's ball because she does have a runner ball, and she's been able to drill a couple of those from that distance.
Very good. Well, I'm going to cruise off and have my
Okay,
sandwich.
Sonia, it's
and
been fantastic.
some time
Thank
out.
you for coming and
Yes, nice to have a little
doing
chat
some
with you
commentary.
too,
Yeah, it's been
Terry.
great to have you here, and play well for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very
luck.
much. Yeah, go Kiwis. Woof, woof.
Well done. Thank you. So Robert's chosen to draw into the hoop there rather than clear the black. He obviously feels that it's reasonably even money bet that as to whether Helen will make this or not. So she's taken plenty of time over this. She really wants to make sure of it. Because Australia, of course, have the lead at the moment. That's a nice shot. Never looked like missing. So lovely shot. So that'll make the score 5-all. So, and Quinn, the team manager for the Australian teams, just joined me now in the commentary position. And how's it going in your point of view, Anne?
Well, it's a bit tight.
For those of you who don't know Anne, she never feels pressure and always relaxed and loose, and it's not the sort of situation Anne wants to be in when the games are tight.
Yeah, very tight. Yeah, this is test 3, and we're 1 match down.
Yeah. So Edmund now has to make the choice on whether to clear the yellow, which I think he will, or to place and let Helen do the clearing work. But I think he'll try and clear the yellow to the border and taking himself through to the border as well.
Called it.
And so you need to get yourself, if you're the striker, you need to get out of bounds as well, because if you don't, then you just become fodder for the opponent. So once you put them out of bounds, if you don't trail them out, they can easily clear you. So Robert now hugging as close as he can into a good hoop running position. So he's drawn that. He might have a little bit too much weight. No, it's about perfect. So it's about 6 feet out, pretty much directly in front. It's a beautiful shot by Robert. Edmund asking Helen to come in between the
Go the block.
the blue, the red, and the hoop. Probably trying to force Allison to clear the black so that he can then have an
It's
open
not a
shot
bad
at the
shot.
hoop or run at the red.
Yeah.
So it is a good shot. I think he's got that black on the line, so red would have to jump.
Yeah. Whether he's going to be there for the jump.
Yeah. So I think Robert will probably ask Allison to clear the black, but he also may take a position, but really clearing the black's probably the shot they'll go for. Because if Allison tries to block the blue, if she blocks the blue on the hoop, then blue will clear the red. If blocks the blue on red, then blue will just run at the hoop. So most likely it'll be a clearance on black. Try and remove that danger ball. Yep, so she clears the black, as we thought. And
Well,
now
it's
Robert's
halfway
basically
up.
saying to Edmund, you can have a shot at the hoop. But it looks to me,
I think he's going to clear the red.
yeah,
Take on the red.
if he clears the red, he needs to stop. No, he's gone at the hoop and straight
Oh.
through. So they gave him the hoop and he drilled it. So very good. Nicely played by
Lovely.
Edmund. So that's the benefit of taking your ball to the boundary. You know, it's very difficult to defend against a boundary ball. You've got to get a perfect block. And if you do, then they can still take you out and stay around the hoop. The benefit for Edmund there is that he's left his blue within scoring position as well on the next hoop. So Robert's just kissed off it.
Yellow's on the halfway line. Legal.
So Australia are leading 5-4 at the moment. So really they needed, the New Zealanders needed to get that hoop. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons Robert gave him the shot, was apply a little bit of pressure and take a risk that he missed, which would have enabled Robert to take us, Australia to take a 6-3 lead.
Allison's
So
going to
Allison's,
clear the blue.
Yep. Oh, she's nipped it, but just not moved it anyway. So I think Edmund will probably take the shot on. I know he's going to clear red with a little stop shot. Well done, takes red to the boundary. Now Robert really has to clear the red on his return.
Chris McWhirter's back here. So
I think.
it's just for a short break. So I'll hand back.
Thank you, Anne. Well done. There's a special guest commentator there, Anne Quinn. She's got to go and do her manager's duties.
She was very keen to get rid of the earphones there, Terry. She, she
welcome
jumped in
back,
before
Chris.
you did. You
Yeah.
were looking like you're,
I was trying to get my
ready for a break.
earphones off there for a break, but
No, that's fine. And here comes Loopy to double check, because apparently it'd be controversy today. They've run out of ham, Terry, so there's no ham for your sandwich, so you've got to change your order.
yeah, either. Yeah, whatever it be.
There we go.
So,
That's
there we go. So
chicken for the sandwiches.
chicken for
that
the
was the
sandwich.
decision.
Yeah,
Good choice.
yeah.
And it's been New Zealand have fought back pretty well here, getting a
Absolutely.
couple in a row in this
Yeah.
match. So
they know how important this one is to try and stifle any Aussie comeback.
It was interesting talking to Sonia before. She's got a very similar background in croquet to Alison, coming lots of years at high level in AC and then moving across to the GC as well. So Robert's missed that clearance, which means they're probably now New Zealand will be able to square this at 5-all.
I think Edmund's looking to maybe see if there's any benefit in lipping off to the next one here and try and get another couple in a row.
Yeah, so she's asking Helen to clear the yellow, perhaps.
And get the angle towards hoop 11. So they're obviously trying to get a couple of hoops in a row here. And really looking at the angle, so they're not interested in a stun shot. They want maximum distance plus
they want that black over
reward at the next hoop as well.
They really want to get the black across to the. That's a nice shot. Very nice shot.
She's you can hear from the cloud clapping there.
Executed that one pretty close to perfectly.
Not quite into a hoop running spot on hoop 11, but
certainly protecting the hoop.
It's a bit of danger time for Australia here. But one good roquet from Alison can quickly flip it around.
Absolutely. It's often just that one roquet, isn't it, Chris?
So obviously a very experienced campaigner. This won't be worrying her at all, this shot.
She's a very calm player. Very calm.
And she's watching it. Yeah, she's watching it,
and she's
hit it
nailed
beautifully. And that is...
And it got into the hoop.
That is,
that's a perfect shot.
Claps for the sound effects. That is an excellent shot from that distance.
That's a beautiful shot.
That's a good 25 yards in the centre, nearly dragging into the jaws herself. There's...
As you can see, Edmund's demeanour did not change at all. Many people, their head would drop and they'd be all upset that Alison did that. Then they'd be second-guessing themselves, did we do the right thing, trying to skim off and so on. But, with Edmund, he just, get on with it. They made the decision and Alison just played a really good shot too.
So she's on the leg. It's not really a runner, so Robert does need to clear this and deny the jump shot.
He's proven that he's extremely accurate on the jumps, Edmund. Very good shot, right in the middle, and got them both.
And he's unfortunately popped blue into black, which is good for the shot back on yellow, but it has left blue directly in front of 11, but I don't think yellow's a runner anyway.
No, I think yellow's best shot is only to jaw it, really.
Yeah, so black's coming back into position. So
ready for the jump.
Perhaps the...
set up for the jump with black.
She might have come a little bit long. Yellow might have a shot on black through the back of the hoop. They're not really looking at it.
Blue can clear red, but can really only get red to the bottom boundary. So
they're happy with the jaws, and Robert clear black.
Robert clear black because it'll be boundary.
Don't think that's going to concern Robert too much at all.
No. Blue might have a go at yellow if it's sticking out.
So Edmund's just trying to get the wire spot on the boundary, sending Helen down the line so he can plonk Helen there for a moment, and then he can find the spot.
Yep, so he'll now try and cut the red to where Helen's standing so that Robert can't hit the black.
He's obviously getting used to being hit by Robert a lot now, so he's
not quite got it, I don't think.
No, he's done it a little bit, so Robert does have a clear shot through to protect yellow. And
so he's only got to hit this black now, Robert, and I think yellow will be able to score.
So one good hoop's just changed the whole game situation.
Yep.
It's, we're staring down Kiwi getting 3 or 4 in a row to one good hit, and suddenly Australia might be six up.
So this game really does a lot. Golf croquet depends on that one good roquet, which can completely change the face of a game. and he's nailed
Oh,
that one.
that's,
Beautiful. That is an absolutely perfect shot.
That is as good as you want it. It's cut it right down next to hoop 4. So Helen's got absolutely nothing on
Yes.
a rattle shot or a
21
jump
yard
shot.
jump.
Yeah. Not even the big boys are going to be doing that. So.
Well, we did see Reg Bamford jump one through hoop 2 from behind hoop 1 in the World Championships. But I think even he was surprised.
Yep.
So they've conceded the hoop, and as we said a number of times, it just shows you one good Croquet. It can completely change the complexity of it, or the face of a hoop, and who has the ascendancy. So never give up on those Croquets. You
And it's
hit one of those at the right time. Even if you've missed 4 through the day, you hit that one right one, and it can be the big difference. So that allows Australia to take 6-4 lead.
And you see a little bit of talk about where to play yellow 3. They're trying to get on Edmund's line to the next hoop, but I don't think it made much difference. You can cut it in front of the hoop anyway. So
he's got plenty of room. That's a good shot. Now I think Robert may place on this one and allow Allison to clear.
There is the danger of black on yellow to protect.
Yep.
Up on court 4, the Fleur Gregg versus Ellie and Duncan game has gone to hoop 13 again, and once again Ellie has a shot at hoop 13 to win it for the Kiwi. She's just asking for a hammer because Greg has just clunked off the hoop there, leaving the open shot. But looks very tough for Aussie on that one. Looks like we could be going another match down. So all the more that this Robert Allison game gets the result for Australia.
Yep. So Robert's leaving it to Allison to clear the blue. He just kissed off that blue, and it didn't really affect the running or runability of the blue. And I don't think having the red there won't stop Edmund. He will be quite happy still to run the hoop. But of course, if Helen puts her ball in, he doesn't have to run it. He can just clear the red. So it's going to be up to Allison to hit that blue from an Australian point of view. So I think now the discussion between Edmund and Helen is whether she has a shot at the red, or or at the yellow, or whether just to lay up and then, if Allison hits Edmund, let him hit the return Roki. So they're really the 3 options. So Ali ran that hoop to give them the win again. So New Zealand go 2 up.
Yeah, 2 matches to 0 so far this morning. So in another straight sets game there. So captain and the manager running out to give Duncan a cuddle, and Ellie as well. There you go. But
so Helen's going to draw into the hoop, try and position herself in a running position. Then if Allison hits Edmund's ball, Edmund will back himself to hit Robert on the return Roki. Well, he may not have to now. I don't think he'll be able to play that at the hoop. Then Black's just kissed up against the back of the red.
It's in a bit of danger here, but we still probably need to move that blue ball because
that's a good shot.
Awesome. That would be a great one for the replay. She's hit the blue but managed to release red as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So although blue's not very far away, it's
he may have an in-off. He may have an in-off opportunity. Well, it's hard to tell from here with the angles. Yeah.
So he's just managed to replace it there.
Put his ball in the hoop. It's a great shot because that's where you want to be. You want to, if you need to pick up 2 hoops in a row, you want to have your ball in the jaws so you can just run it down to perfect position at hoop 12.
So on the replay there, you just see that was just such a fine line to almost get red through. Unfortunately for Australia, you can see the position of the balls now, blue in the jaws and red on the side. So Edmund managed to roquet the red and basically replace it. Stuck himself in the jaws and put red on the boundary. So
that's a good
2
shot.
great shots in a row with
it's high quality. So Robert will be trying to just nip this out. No? Oh, it must be on the leg. So the blue must be on the leg, not actually in the jaws.
Well, the angle we're on here, would have thought he's running. So Edmund's having another look. So Yeah, it must just be out because he's looking at whether he's got a shot back through the hoop at the red.
Yeah, sorry about that. We thought it was in the jaws, but it's clearly on the leg from the way they're playing.
Good news for Australia.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's true.
We're still in that one. So 2-0 down in the clubhouse. That's the that's the drama. But Australia fighting hard, and court 3. The team's fighting very hard there as well. The Pete and Judy match.
So Helen's cleared Roberts' ball away, trying to give a bit of relief. Blue needs 2 shots to go through the hoop, so I think
Roberts asking Allison just a position, and he'll come in on black.
I know she looks like she's clearing blue there.
She looks like it's lining up.
Yep,
so
clearance on blue.
Just gets the danger away, so stops Edmund from popping in the jaws. And
even if the New Zealanders get the hoop, what the Australians don't want is for them to be running the hoop from within the jaws, because they're definitely
down
good
to 12,
enough. They'll roll it down to 12. They'll make the hoop rolling to 12 to perfect position.
so it looks like Australia's won game 2 on court 3.
Yep.
Judy ran that last hoop. Did she, Terry? Did you notice that?
No, I didn't quite see, but I think Australia, from the body language, I'd say they're up on that one.
So
yeah, Wendy's just signifying that it's 1-1.
Yeah. Obviously listening to the commentary there with the manager, Anne.
So Roberts cleared black, but he's also cleared the yellow, taken the yellow through as well. So it's probably not a bad thing, because yellow was in a position where it would have been easy to hide from. At least now that we're out in the open where they can hit them. So Helen will put this into a hoop running position, and really New Zealand take the ascendancy at this hoop. So 2 balls in hoop running position. They really are in the favoured spot at the moment.
So there's quite a lot of chatter going on court 3. So Dallas and George, who have just dropped that game, but it makes it 1 apiece. Having a lot of conversation with the captain and the manager. Actually noticed a few things through the game, and now they're peeling off to the shelter with the Aussie pair coming back.
So in this competition between games, Chris, there's no problem with providing advice and coaching.
Absolutely. So the manager and captain are running around. And, they're definitely running around trying to G the troops up, let him know the state of play. Lock it away.
Yeah. I asked Chris, because he's many times been captain of the Australian teams and vast experience in that position.
I'm not that observant though. No, Pete's an excellent tactician and captain. I've always deferred to Pete when he's been in the team. He's definitely sees a lot of things. Well, and Roberts
missed what we would think would be an easy one for him.
You can see there he's looking at his feet. He's very surprised. He's quite angled for yellow, but if she gets into the jaws, it's going to be very tough, because both the red and yellow are both up in corner 3. Nothing they can do about it. If this is a jaws ball.
No, she didn't get it.
The bobble, so
just rolled across the face, but it's still in front. So
yeah,
and I think it's in a position that
interesting to see what Edmund does, whether he jumps partner ball or puts in for a protection shot.
I think it's far enough out that a clearance could stay around. I mean, it could hit the ball, then leg, and then sort of hang around.
So Allison with the first shot. So whether she's taking a shot through on blue or just putting another one in there to.
Yeah. She looks like she might be just going to position. No, she's winding up.
She's got the wind up.
She's winding up to clear, so she'll be hitting it blue. She's missed that.
Slightly to the right, so.
Yeah, I think she has to clear blue, because it's so close to the black, he can really protect it. But,
peel it through
or
protect
it. Yeah. So he's looking for protection. He's going to block Robert. And they'd be quite happy if Robert shoots across, because then the Aussies, both balls will be sort of side on to the 12th hoop, which makes it more difficult to land.
You notice there,
Good
you didn't go and check. You just looked up at Robert to see Robert's expression to see whether he got it or not. And they walked away. A lot of players, run around, see if they've got it, get in the other player's way. But Edmund just a quick look up at Robert's face, and that's told him whether he's got it or not, and gone back to allow Robert to have his shot.
Oh, that's a great shot. That is a great shot to clear that ball. And as I said, it comes off the ball into the leg and stays close by the. But still, Allison's still going to have to make a clearance on blue, because I think blue's in a runnable position. So they're just thinking where best to position black. I'm a little surprised they're not going for a block on the yellow.
There's a little bit of red on the way through. So they might be thinking it's half-court shot, just over. Bit of furniture. Let's just put another one in there just to make sure we definitely make this hoop.
So Robert's asking Allison to come in. So blue must not be a runner. It looks like he's asking for yellow to block blue from red. Just gone past.
Sailed through the front.
Well, Edmund's lining up the hoops.
Yeah, I think Robert was trying to get yellow between blue and the hoop.
Blue and the hoop,
red was unfortunately blocking the shot through.
Right, yes. So Edmund runs that, makes it now 6-5.
So
Australia lead by 1.
So the gender doubles this afternoon won't start till half an hour after the last game. So the third deciding game will be on court 3 starting shortly.
So Roberts put a nice ball in, but unfortunately there's nowhere he could put it to hide it from blue. So blue will be able to have a shot at it. But of course you always still put it into a dangerous position, because miracles do happen. Sometimes they miss. And also Allison has a chance to get a block ball in.
Yeah, I think she'll be... What do you think? I think they're just discussing whether Allison takes the blue now or gets one in and leaves Robert with the south boundary shot back. So
I think she's having a go at blue.
Yeah, I think you can... If you get a good connection here, you might get a lot of foul.
I thought she was having a go at blue, but she's just... lagging to the hoop, which is a good shot.
So we'll see Robert on the south boundary, no doubt.
Having a go at black.
And then one good shot to stay in it.
Oh, and there you go. These things do happen. So Edmonds hit that red into the hoop and left Robert probably a 6-yarder at the black.
A 6-yarder and open.
Yeah.
So
that was a shame. He really just tried to put Robert down onto the boundary, but it just took a lot of the hoop on the way past. So Robert will hit this black probably to the other end of the court, up into corner 3. As you can see, he doesn't try and hit it too hard or too fancy. He just makes sure he gets good contact and hit it to the boundary.
Really centred, and I think you'll be finding that's going to be pretty close to wide with the hoop 3 or 13 in the way there. So
well, she hasn't shaken her head or anything, so
she's tournament referee Jim Clement there getting it away. He's been redoing
all his hoop running equipment.
He's been fixing all the hoops after each game.
So this is a very important shot, because if she doesn't move the yellow, there's a very good chance that Australia will run the final hoop and take out the match. So this is an important shot. And as we said, one Croquet can change the whole game. So she's middled it, she's hit it well. Whether it's online or not.
Going for the hoop.
No. She hit it well, just didn't line it up. I should say she didn't get it online. She definitely lined it up.
tough shot from there. So
Oh, absolutely. So Alison's just gathering herself now. Make sure she calms herself down. Get that heart rate back where it needs to be. And nicely done, straight through without touching the side. So that's experience. And just take a couple of deep breaths here, make sure your heart rate's down. Don't play the shot when you're feeling a little overexcited.
no nerves on that one. So a great comeback by Australia for a first match win for the day. So it's 1-2 in the clubhouse. So New Zealand getting 2 early matches and straight sets, and Australia with the comeback there, dropping the first game and winning the next 2.
Yeah. And our commentary is going to be a little bit boring right now because there's no games in play. So
well, there is a ball on the court, so I'm not sure.
I think that's just one that hasn't been gathered, is it? Oh no, we've hit the first ball out.
They popped the ball in, but the Kiwi pair are just having a chat. They don't seem that interested in playing in the second ball in, so maybe they haven't realised that.
I think they haven't realised. So up on court 3, we have Pete and Judy against George and Dallas, and it's 1 game all, and a very important game for both teams because for Australia, if they can win this one, it gets tied up, and for New Zealand, if they win it, they go 3-1 ahead. So it was actually
Australia,
New Zealand had played the first ball in, and the Australians
having a chat.
So
don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, so we apologise if anyone took the inference that we thought the New Zealanders weren't interested. They've already started. And it's actually a good ball too. Their first ball's, it's a slight angle, but pretty much right in front. It's a runner. So Pete will have to shoot at it. So you can see Pete on camera now. And he's hit that inside the yellow. So
it's a game all on court 3. It's the deciding game to hopefully tie the matches after the first round. Again, but New Zealand lead 2-1 in matches so far this morning.
So Dallas now with the red ball. Should probably just put this up a little bit higher than the yellow so it doesn't disturb it. And try and get it in front. She's hit that a little strong. Oh, she's hit the yellow and just pushed it right in front, dead straight. So it's probably a bit fortunate that it did hit the yellow because it was heading well past the hoop.
Yeah, you can feel the wind has just picked up and going in that direction. So the wind is going right to left on the screen. And
so Judy's now shooting at yellow.
She's watching it. No, it's a bit to the left.
So George now with a pretty much straightforward shot, dead in front. Just check to make sure the hoop's tight enough. The problem is if the hoops are loose, they can sort of flick the balls out. So you want them to be nice and firm. Sorry, we went silent for a little moment there, but a little bit of technical stuff we had to take care of. So George actually missed that shot at the hoop, but New Zealand well positioned. So Judy now try and pick that yellow off. It's very close, almost directly in front, so she really needs to move that away. And she's missed that, so it looks like probably New Zealand will take a 1-0 lead.
Well, you
in
said
his
that
final
before
game.
and he missed.
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's, this should be regulation. Oh, gee.
Jingos. So that's just stuck. So I think
But-
the hoops have been reset. It might be very, very tight, that hoop. I'd say by the way that ball just jammed.
It's a bit of a happy spot still for New Zealand though, because there's not
Yeah.
much Australia can do about it. Pete's got a very tough shot from the side. I don't think he's got any angle at all.
Yeah.
There's-
You'll see here Pete won't play any shot that that gives them an advantage, so he won't want them to be first shot to the next hoop, which would happen if you hit the yellow through. So yeah, he's conceded, he's going halfway. And you do that simply because it means that the next Croquet may only be 10 and a half yards or 10 yards rather than 21 yards. So yellow's obviously going to run that hoop right up to the next hoop. So Pete wants to be as close as he possibly can to clear it. So now Dallas and George trying to decide whether she'll progress him or... No, it looks like she's going for the progression. Yep, it's not a bad shot. We would have thought it would come out a bit straighter than that.
I think with her hitting so much to the left, she was very worried about
she's
being
worried about
stuck
getting
behind
blocked. Yeah,
hoop one herself after pushing him through, so she did go quite angled, and that's yellow must have been through a bit more than we thought, so it's chipped it out to the side there.
So Judy with the difficult shot across. If she gets this in front, it'll be an outstanding shot. Just a little hard. Not surprised by that. A very difficult shot shooting out of corner 4.
We're getting a tease of about 2 minutes of sunshine now. So. Pete just plays it in, expecting Judy to
clear the
clear
yellow.
but he's drifted
Yeah,
right to left and almost blocked her line on the shot. So it's
I think it's clear though. I think it's
see the
open.
New Zealand captain Felix running away there. Obviously shy of the camera. He's been good. He's been put on the show court quite a few times now, and rightly so. He's been playing all the spectator shots. So we're going to see the schedule at the moment, whether they stick to it, is they're going to have one of the ladies' matches in front of us here on Court 2 this afternoon. But we'll keep reporting in from the other courts around the grounds.
Yeah, so there'll be a little delay after this game of 30 minutes. So the lunch break is 30 minutes after the finish of the first round. So a lot of the players will have probably over an hour break really by the time that 30 minutes goes by, because some of the games finished pretty early. And then they get 5 minutes warm up, I think, before they start after lunch.
That's right.
So Judy got the red, but not the yellow.
Yes, obviously blue was
Hampering.
got in the hamper spot. So Australia have gone and nobbled themselves a little bit there in the opening couple of hoops, but we're used to comebacks. George's.
He's jammed another one in.
Yeah, it's
So
come
Pete
back
now
a
with
little
a
bit,
jump
though.
shot.
Well, he might be able to sneak it past. It's
He's a comeback
from
out.
this angle on the screen, it looks like he's there, but from the crow's nest, I think it's a little bit on the leg to the right. But
Yeah, Pete would generally clear rather than jump too if he's got the option.
well, the problem is Judy is a long way out of position after that
Yeah,
last
yeah.
clearance, so
Yeah, so he might have to take the jump.
he's got to do something.
Just getting the
So the yellow's definitely not on the hoop with them.
yeah, they
adjusting
wouldn't be
it there,
hitting
so.
it. Yeah, wouldn't be hitting it, would they? She's going to hit the yellow.
Jeez.
Well, I don't think I'd be getting them to hit it down too far if you're going for a jump shot.
Digging for gold. It's,
Might be an inch less
Well,
hoop to go through now.
it was George directing them to knock it down, so maybe he does want it as low as possible.
An inch down. Yeah, Pete's clearing here.
Yeah, you can tell when he does his jump, he does come quite a bit down the mallet, so that was his normal stance, just to remove yellow and give black a chance to come back and help out. And he's covering the front of the hoop there nicely, so Dallas probably can't come in too tight. She'll probably have to come back a bit deeper just to stay out his way. But this will allow Judy to come back in nice and close, hopefully not blocking a partner like Pete did.
Yeah. It's amazing how often that happens when you come in thinking anywhere is fine as long as I don't block my partner. And
that looks like it's a good shot.
Yeah, that is a beautiful shot.
From the screen, it doesn't look that flash, but from the crow's nest, I
think that's open.
I think it's open. Dallas is looking.
So I think George might have to have a go at black or blue, one of the two. He's only going to place.
He's placing, so maybe there's
might
a
be
little
blocked.
bit of doubt.
Yeah. Oh, he was going for a block there, I think.
He was doing a soft shot on the black, I think, just to push it off the line.
Looks like
Pete's not
must be
shaking
tight,
it off,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
I think it might be tight, but it's
got to be
there.
open, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah,
just hit that flush.
Yep. So
that's a nice clearance.
Nice clearance. Good shot by Judy. Nice clearance by Pete. Good chance to level it up again and keep this very tight series going.
Yeah, it's really tight, as you'd expect, and it's great to watch. So I hope everyone's enjoying watching these games. It's very high class croquet. So Dallas really has to shoot at something here. She's either got to shoot at the black or the hoop. She's a very straight shooter. So she's got a nice relaxed style, hasn't she?
Not sure why that's come in.
She's just
so
placing.
soft because black is not that far out directly in front. It's
I'm surprised by that one, but
it doesn't really put a lot of pressure on. But we'll take it.
Absolutely.
A little freebie to Aussie here. Judy's just got to play nice and smooth.
Run it through. Yeah.
She came out this morning saying, I'm doing what I normally do. I'm playing brave today. I'm in my shorts because she always plays in shorts, and
the
shorts haven't lasted very long. she's been in long pants the whole time.
She does usually wear.
So she was
shorts.
Yep. She's like, no, I'm wearing shorts today. And exercise the demons, and I think the wind here is pretty bitter for a lot of the ladies. So she's straight on with the long pants.
I still can't believe all the fellas are still wearing shorts. It's certainly no shorts up here in the commentary box, Chris.
No, that's right. I've got a few layers. Every day I've been here, I've added an extra layer.
And Western Australia, where you come from, it's been 30 degrees.
That's right, sunshine. And
so that's a nice shot by George. He's put that directly in front.
Yeah, puts the pressure on.
Yeah.
Pete's run deep, so he's obviously putting a lot of trust in his partner Judy there to get the clearance, get the 14, 15 yarder to keep them in the hoop.
Oh, that's a nice shot too. So Dallas has put that pretty much beside the yellow, beside George's ball.
Just a touch closer.
A little bit closer, yeah. About the same angle, which is not much angle at all. So Jude really needs to hit the yellow now.
Just ask between the two, so let's see if George can run this one smoothly after his past two attempts.
He might be psyched out. A beautiful shot. He's got a lovely swing, very nice relaxed style, very correct, no kicks in the backswing. So it's just a really nice pendulum that repeats over and over again. So he should be a very consistent player.
That'll be back in the right frame of mind. So.
Yep.
Because he's been playing well the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Although we could say that of just pretty much everybody too. They've all been playing very well.
So Pete has.
He's a little hampered getting to the next two.
Went a little bit too straight with the blue, so he's trying to work out whether he goes George side of the hoop or the other side, and the other side had taken too far away, so he's had to run the side closer to George. So it's.
Yeah, that red ball was in a good position in terms of forcing Pete to come inside the hoops, which gives George a shorter shot.
Shorter shot on the clearance. So it all comes down to red positioning well. It does take off a bit down there, but looks like she's got the pace.
She's just gone past it, just drifted past it.
You can see it just drifted there.
I think the
right
wind,
to left
the
on the
wind's
screen.
probably carrying him a little bit too.
Yeah, that's pretty much all wind. But
so now Judy just needs to get a nice position, probably wide from red. Shall we try? So she'll stay out to the right side of the hoop.
Yeah.
Trying.
Or on the screen.
So we got we just asked to get our volume up a little bit. So for those of you who weren't hearing clearly, we think we've got that covered now. So.
Yeah, well, I think with now filming the court furthest away, we can talk a little bit louder. It's just very different where we are. It's perfect position, but we are right on top of the players. And as I said earlier in the commentary, they can hear us and they can see us, and we're trying not to interfere as much as possible. But yeah, we'll try and talk a little bit louder for the folks at home.
And the folks that are here, because they're the ones that told us to talk up a little bit.
That's right. Yeah, it's very, very interesting the amount of people that are actually here, live streaming, actually here at the venue, watching along.
Nice hoop, nice hoop.
So that's now 2-all.
2-all, yeah.
2-all. So we'll catch up on the scoreboard there. So 2-all, heading into the fifth hoop. And getting a lot of comments from people about the live stream who have it on at work and other places, and people that aren't croquet players that are watching along and can actually understand it with the commentary. So it's not getting too technical about tactics and things like that, just being a bit descriptive and talking about the read of the greens, and the folks are really following along at home, which is great, that aren't croquet people, but we'll get some technical, tactical stuff with the double Gs later this afternoon. They can,
leave that for them.
Get in and,
So the choices for Judy here are to soft clear the red, leaving her ball close to the hoop, or simply to position her ball and allow Pete to clear the red. So some people like to have two shots at the ball. Some like to just have one in scoring position and only have one shot. So it looks like she's just going to go into a scoring position.
Yeah, I don't think they could get the wire on the yellow with the hoop there. I think it's too open. But Pete's hitting really well, so I think this is standard play. You shouldn't be shying away from an 8-9 yard shot. So
George will position his ball where he can run, but also trying to block blue from the red.
Which I think he's pretty close to that.
Done a pretty good shot there. So again, he's playing very nicely.
Pete's looking at it, so this might make him decide on the hoop.
He might go for the big hoopy.
Or he might still have some red there.
It's a favourite shot of some people, going at the hoop from there.
Yep.
Or he's just missed the red.
Shooter Hopkins would have been going at the hoop. Brett McHardy would have been going at the hoop.
And probably picking our balls up from up in the corner when we missed. So.
That's right.
So that gives Dallas quite an easy shot at the hoop now. She'll be just trying to make sure she runs the hoop, but also, if she can, get it up to the other end.
The yellow ball's just worrying her a little bit.
Hampering her stance.
She's not liking the foot position, so she's just going back and replaying it. Quick little glance at George to see if he instead of take on black, but she's just going to rethink it and get in good position.
Yep. So most people, when you practice, you should practice with 1 foot back every now and again, just so that you can get some level of comfort when you've got a ball hampering your stance. Because if it's the first time you ever do it, it's going to make your shoulders open, and you may hit a little bit to the side that your shoulders open up on. So keeping your shoulders square to the target's important, and she's done it very well.
Yep. Yeah, good pace, straight through, nice follow through. Wasn't a bit nervy on the stalk up a couple of times, but
yep.
the actual execution of the shot was
very calm.
Ideal.
Yeah, very calm. She is a very calm.
3-2 to New Zealand, to Dallas and George. So 3-2 now.
And they've got a red ball in a nice threatening position at the 6th. Even if it's not a runner, it's a very good ball to protect the hoop.
So Pete is offside, but I think the New Zealand pair are happy for him to stay down there near corner 2.
Yeah, forcing him to play a shot that he doesn't get to practice much.
Yeah, maximum distance as well.
So Jude's come in reasonably close. And they've sent Peter to the penalty spot. Oh, George has played a very nice shot up. It'll just kick left. Stayed online. But I think he may have blocked Dallas from the clearance on black.
Yeah, Pete's just double checking that. See if we've got a little bit of luck coming into the hoop.
I think red may still be a runner though, and Dallas has been shooting very well at the hoops. She's a very consistent player, very calm.
Actually, they did send Pete to the penalty spot after all. He's just finding his position.
Feels like the temperature's just dropped a little bit too.
Yeah, the wind's become audible again. The flags are sideways. But
so there might be a little bit of rain coming.
We're about 4 hours away from today's maximum temperature landing on us, so still frosty for the minute.
I think George is going to release Dallas here to shoot at the hoop.
I don't think she's got much else. She hasn't got anything in black, I don't think so. Yeah, I think all the talking to Sonia earlier, all the Kiwi women now have a hottie, and she was saying we got 3 Aussie hotties last night, which means something different in Australia. But there's a hot water bottle, so I thought, oh, the Kiwi girls are on the town. So
yeah, that's right.
I know, so they've all got the hot water bottles on the back and on the chair because it is cold down there.
Yeah.
So